Hello chess family, it's me National Master Jesse James, and today I got a very good game for you. This is a gameplay between Albert Einstein versus Robert Oppenheimer. Now I'm sure many of you already know who Albert Einstein is, one of America's most famous theoretical physicists, practical physicist, and well, just a genius all around. With that being said, who is Robert Oppenheimer? He is actually one of the guys who worked on the Manhattan Project, who helped create the atom bomb. So these are two very, very smart gentlemen. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Einstein got the white pieces. We start with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. This time, Albert Einstein goes ahead and plays the Ruy Lopez. For those of you who don't know, Einstein was actually a very, very good chess player, playing all the way from childhood up to adulthood. And, well, he definitely knows his theory. a6, here we go. We have Morphy's defense over here by Oppenheimer. Bishop to a4, pawn to b5, bishop to b3. And here we go, knight to f6. Again, this is all theory. Very, very impressive for these very smart guys. Here, white goes ahead and castles, which is the main line. And, well, Oppenheimer chooses to play knight takes e4. And this is also known as the open Ruy Lopez, because after knight takes, you're opening up the position. And here, well, best move, white goes ahead and plays rook to e1 here. There's also an idea to play pawn to d4 here, which is also very strong. But the theory will go with pawn to d5 here. So rook e1 is also a very strong move in this position. So rook e1 attacking the knight. And a lot of times these things can even transpose or turn into the main line. So here black went ahead and played pawn to d5. And here we go, pawn to a4. We are now stepping out of theory here. Here Oppenheimer could have gotten the better game by playing bishop c5, developing with the threat and putting pressure on the f2 pawn. With that being said, he went ahead and played pawn to b4, and now, well, it is back to Einstein, and he grabs the initiative with pawn to d3. Here, the idea is very simple. We're going to kick the knight out the way so we can try to win the e5 pawn. Remember, black's king is still in the center. The longer the king is in the center, the better attacking chances we have. Okay, the knight jumped over to c5. Knight takes on e5. And here, well, knight to e7 gets played, one of the better moves to try and defend here. If you do try to play something like knight takes, well, rook takes on e5 check here, bishop to e6, and here you can just take on d5 because of the pin. Oof. So, well, knight to e7 gets played. Maybe it's best to just give away a pawn here, because now you see it's going to be very hard for black to get out the rest of his pieces because, well, the knight is blocking this bishop over here, and it's not too hard to see. This knight is definitely the best piece on the board. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and develop with the threat. Queen to f3, a very nice idea here, putting pressure on d5 and also this checkmate square here on f7. And here, unfortunately for Oppenheimer, maybe he didn't know this theory, he makes a very basic mistake and plays, well, pawn to f6. Do not move the f-pawn. All right, white's move. What do you play here? Simple chess. Anytime they move this f-pawn, here it comes, queen to h5 check. And this is now a lost position here for Oppenheimer. Okay, well, there's nothing really good to play here. You pretty much are forced to play pawn to g6. Of course, knight to g6 would just be a terrible move after knight takes g6, and you got a discovery check right here. You're winning too much material, and most likely you're going to get checkmated very soon here. All right, so pawn g6 got played. And, well, again, white's move. What do you play here? It is a pin piece, so we're going to go ahead and play knight takes on g6. Yep, this Einstein guy is pretty smart. H takes on g6. If you don't take back, you're just losing. And here you can take a look for a little while. Queen takes g6 is an idea, or you could take the rook. Which one should we do? Free money. Let's take the rook here. Queen takes on h8, and the attack is not stopping here. Here, this king is just trapped in the center. All right, Oppenheimer went ahead and played knight takes b3. Of course, trades are going to be good for him. Pawn takes on c3. And queen to d6. Here, trying to maybe get the bishop out and then try and castle queenside. Of course, Einstein does not take his foot off the pedal. Develop with a threat. What do we play here? Here we develop the bishop. Where does it go? Simple chess. Bishop to h6. Let's put pressure on this bishop, pin it, and win it. And there really is no good way to defend this bishop. The knight cannot move, so the queen can defend because, well, it is in a pin. Okay, the king jumped over to d7. Bishop takes on f8. Again, another pin here. You can just tell that Oppenheimer was not having a very good game here. Bishop b7 saying, hey, let me go ahead and open up this rook for a pin. Now you're being pinned here. But again, Einstein will not be stopped. Queen to g7. What do you do with pin pieces? Add pressure. The queen jumps over to g7 to put pressure on the knight over here on e7. So rook takes e7 check is a threat, or even bishop just takes on e7. The best move here for Robert is just to go ahead and sack back with rook takes on f8. But again, this is just a winning position here for white. So here he went ahead and tried rook over to e8 to defend over here. And very simple. All Einstein has to do is just get the rest of his pieces out. And he does it. Here we go. Knight to d2. Pawn to c5. Rook a to d1. A very nice idea. You can definitely tell this guy thinks ahead. Do you guys know the idea behind rook a d1? Why would you put your rook in front of a pawn over here and a knight? Hopefully you're going to guess the move pretty soon here. Here, black went ahead and played a5 because what else do you play in this position? And now, well, white to move. What is the best move here? In fact, computers are already saying this is a forced checkmate now after this move. White to move. What do you play here? Remember to attack your opponent, you need open files and diagonals. And that's exactly what Einstein does. Knight to c4 exclam. Attacking the queen and saying, please, please, oh, please take this knight. Okay, pawn takes. And now we see why the rook was placed at d1. Now d takes on c4. And now we get to open up this file. And now it is stuck in a pin. This queen is stuck in a pin here. The game ends very fast. Queen takes on d1. Rook takes on d1 check. I mean, there is nothing really good that you can try here. You can't block with the bishop. You can't block with the knight. Everything's just being pinned. So queen takes on d1. Rook takes on d1 check. King jump back to c8. And bishop takes on e7. At this point, Oppenheimer goes ahead and resigns. He just got nuked in this game. Yes, I did make that joke. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next game.